Pluto Inconjunct the Black Moon Lilith in the natal chart. First off, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart that were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have Pluto Inconjunct the Black Moon Lilith in the natal chart, an adjustment, which is the inconjunct, may be needed between activities involving deep research, which is Pluto, and what you have a strong passion and desire for, which is Pluto. One or the other may be overemphasized. The key is to find balance and equilibrium between the two. So it can be times when you have, deep research, which is Pluto, what you have a deep research and what you have a strong passion and desire for, which is Pluto, may dominate your time and energy to the expense of, what you have a strong passion and desire for, which is the Black Moon Lilith. So, and then other times, the things you have a strong passion and desire for, which is Pluto, may monopolize your time and energy to the expense of, matters pertaining to investigation, deep research. And, the thing is, it's about finding, the balance, the harmony, and the equilibrium of the energy, because inconjuncts in astrology can often be about, vacillation, a lot of fluctuation, distortion of energy, and it's very extreme. So if you have, let's say you have Pluto in Virgo in the 5th house, like I do. The things you have the strong passion and desire for may simply be analytical, intellectual, amusement, and enjoyment. It could be doing things like extrapolating, sports data. It could be things that involve, cleaning, sanitizing, which you truly enjoy, compartmentalizing, organization. And again, being in the 5th house, things that are very, you find more enjoyable, as some examples. Now, also, too, Pluto Inconjunct the Black Moon Lilith in the natal chart may also manifest in an imbalance, which is the inconjunct between activities with intimate connections, shared resources, situations, which is Pluto, and, those that may play a provocative role in your life, which is the Black Moon Lilith. You may be dominated by one or the other. So again, it could be where, the activities, with intimate connections and those you're in shared resources situations with may monopolize your time and energy to the expense of those that play a provocative role in your life, or it could be the other way around. The people that play the provocative role in your life may dominate your time and energy at times to the expense of those activities with intimate connections and those who are in shared resources situations. And so again, it's about finding the balance, the harmony, and the equilibrium with the energy, because inconjuncts in astrology can indicate a lot of fluctuation, vacillation, and distortion of energy. Now, the thing is, let's say, for example, if you have the Black Moon Lilith in Aries, those that play, one or more of those people that play a provocative role in your life may actually be an Aries Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are rather aggressive, assertive, forceful, courageous, have much enterprise and initiative. They may be people that are very action-oriented, but at the same time, they may be those that are very, combative, confrontational, impulsive, and impetuous as well. Now, also, too, another way that this aspect may manifest in the natal chart is that there may be too much or too little emotional intensity, which is Pluto, connected with matters that you have the strong passion and even obsession for, which is the Black Moon Lilith. Now, if you have, so there may be times when you may have an exorbitant amount of emotional intensity for those matters that are, you have the strong passion, even obsession for, and other times you just may lack it completely and be, have like no emotion or be even apathetic in those matters. So again, it's about finding the balance, the harmony, and the equilibrium with this energy, because in conjunction astrology again can be very extreme. And now let's say you have the black moon Lilith in Taurus as an example. The things you have a strong passion, even obsession for. It may simply be, making money, generating income, accumulating possessions, resources. It may be doing something Taurus related, whether it's carpet laying, geology, working with stocks. It may be working in banking or finance or something connected with gardening, cultivation, farming, or even art or music or architecture as some examples. Now also too, another way this aspect may manifest or may pan out in the natal chart is that Pluto-related people may either be extremely advantageous or no help whatsoever in issues with the void in your life, which is the black moon Lilith. So there may be times where those people may be very beneficial in those matters and helping you deal with the void in your life. Then other times they just may not be around. They may not necessarily be detrimental in those matters, but they just may simply just not be there, or just apathetic, oblivious to what's going on with you in terms of you trying to deal, with the void in your life. They may be unavailable. So if the black moon Lilith is in the zodiac sign Cancer as an example, that void in your life may be tied in with home, maybe issues with your home, your family, or matters with safety and security. It might be tied in with unconditional love, or might be matters with protection, or getting ready, being prepared for that latter, part of one's life. It may be issues with dedication or devotion or tenacity, even, in some cases. And now also too, you may have, another way, this aspect may be expressed in the natal chart is that you may have too much or too little passion, which is the black moon Lilith, for Pluto, related, fields and interests, whether it could be psychology, deep research, recycling, insurance, or the occult, which includes astrology. So there may be times where you have a tremendous amount of passion for those things, and other times you just may simply lack it, whatsoever, and be doing things more in kind of like a stolid manner, and almost like, with no emotional intensity. So let's say, if Pluto is in Sagittarius as an example, those matters may be, more emphasized in higher education. There may be tied in with one's philosophy more, and it could indicate, somewhat more exuberance and enthusiasm in those interests as well. Now, at times you may have, an exorbitant amount of power, which is Pluto, over things that may put you in a strong state of fright or trepidation, which is the black moon Lilith. And other times you may feel there's like no power or control over those matters, because again, you have a lot of vacillation of energy with the inconjunct aspect in astrology. And now, if the black moon Lilith is in Leo as an example, it may put you, in a strong state of fright or trepidation. Maybe could be matters of being in the spotlight and things that where you get attention or being lauded and praised for efforts. It may be matters, associated with children. In some instances, it may be, the expression of confidence, in something, as some examples. And the thing about this aspect as well is that you may have tremendous ease or difficulty investigating, which is Pluto, formidable adversaries or powerful enemies, which is the black moon will. So there may be times if you're trying to get some dirt on these people, it may be very easy for you to do so. Then other times it may require like the more of a laborious effort in doing this. So let's say if the Black Moon also is in Scorpio as an example, formidable adversaries and powerful enemies, maybe one or more of those people may actually be a Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply embody the traits of the sign. It could be those that are, surreptitious, resourceful, resilient, empowering, transforming, probing, incisive, but at the same time can be jealous, vengeful, and manipulative as well. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying stay